As you can see, we have this like rock canyon river flowing through here. It is unbelievably gorgeous. Now let's go toss some plastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we find ourselves in Griffin, Georgia, taking on DunDee Disc Golf Course, and it looks stunning already. There's water all along this right side, and we have a beautiful hole one. 315 feet, we're looking right at it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, huge rollaway hazard, you know, all the way down to the lake. Hopefully we can avoid that. I'm gonna go with my Kotuku, and I am really excited to get this round started. I definitely went more stable. We don't wanna roll. And I don't think we got one. Great start, let's get going. Now this might be the death putt of all death putts. We've only got about 40 feet, but literally an endless rollaway potential. Oh, thank you. I was so nervous. This is officially the coolest hole 2 that I've ever played. 295 feet. As you can see, we have this like rock canyon river flowing through here. It is unbelievably gorgeous. The basket's right in front of us. We have this rogue, low-hanging limb. We got to avoid that. I'm gonna go with my Kotuku. Oh, get down. Get down. All right, I let that go a little early. I think we should still have a look at it. The landing zone for this hole is quite small. As you can see, it does drop off very quickly, and you can just hear that beautiful river flowing in the background. We have left ourselves a tough one, probably around 55 feet, way uphill for the 2. Oh, wow, deep. Unexpected. Hole 3 and another gorgeous one, 340 feet. As you can see, we have a huge Annie or forehand that we have to rip down there, and I'm gonna go with my Valkyrie. Dang, well, we got a great tree kick. I am not gonna lie about that, but I would have much rather just watch it finish its flight. Let's see what we got. Huge bummer on that tee shot. That is my all-time favorite shot shape. About 330, dead straight, that late flip over. But you can, as you can see, we still have like 120 feet, and it just looks like there's nothing behind that basket. A lot of very scary runs so far, and it's only hole 3. But I am gonna go with the Pro Rhino. Just slide up there as you do. Perfect. For the 3, well, I mean, not for nothing. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen at a disc golf course, and I guess we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna take the phone out of there, but it's so cool. Oh, that's deep. Nothing to it. How cool is this though? Like, it's, oh my gosh. Hole 4, and this one's not for the faint of heart, 285 feet. As you can see, the basket is tucked in that window. It has a very low ceiling, and the window itself is not very big, but we are throwing over this gorgeous river again. And guys, I'll be honest, this might be my favorite first 4 holes of a round I've ever played. No joke, completely unexpected, great surprise. I'm gonna go with my Kotuku. Get up in there. Oh, dang it. That's gonna be a really tough putt. We didn't quite hit that window. As you can see, we're gonna have to try to make a little magic happen on this one. The lean out, turnover forehand shot, definitely a possibility. The Annie putt, also an option, but I think I'm gonna try to hit this gap right here with just kind of my standard hyzer putt. I would guess we're about 60 feet uphill. Oh no! Oh, Oh, that footing was so slippery. We were an inch away. Oh, that would have been so cool. I will say the first 4 holes could not be less cart friendly. It feels amazing to be in a t-shirt. Hole 5, 340 feet. It looks like we have another big Annie shot. I'm not sure how much anhyzer we need. Probably a lot less than we're gonna get with the Valkyrie, but to be honest, I just wanna throw it again. That's so pretty. That will forever be my favorite disc. I really hope that turned out well. Let's go find out. It's times like this, I really wish that I could have a catch cam on like every tee shot, because this would have been a pretty one to watch. Unlike that putt, that was not pretty to watch at all. Hole 6, we have another blind one, 345 feet. As you can see, we have this beautiful downslope. The basket finishes off to the left somewhere. And I think the Kotuku is getting thrown a lot, and it does well with longer shots if you have that elevation loss. All right, let's see if we made it there. Well, I'd say that turned out pretty well. That would have been an amazing ace. I've been feeling an ace. I think we have one coming soon. You know, I thought this would be short. I did not think that we had all the distance on it, but I will take it any day. One thing I will say that I know I'm gonna catch some flack for, I would rather play this than Hobbs Farm. Yes, Hobbs Farm is 28th in the entire world, but I would recommend to people more to come play this course. And beauty is a big factor. And I think a lot of people kind of push back on that, but listen, nobody's trying to go to Pebble Beach because it has the best layout. You know what I mean? And also, I don't know what's going on with that log over there. It's bumpy. I'm gonna try to zoom the camera in. I think there's about 50 turtles on that log over there. I am not exaggerating. Like, what on earth are you guys doing over there? Like, there's more than one tree in the lake, you know what I'm saying? Hole 7, 333 feet. As you can see, we're going uphill the entire way. This course loves its forehands and loves its anhyzer shots, and I am not upset with that at all. I'm gonna go with my Valkyrie. No, no, no. That was horrible. We have left ourselves in a very unfortunate situation. We are 101 feet away, but with the slight downslope, I do think I can get a putt there, but it's definitely pushing the distance for it. Oh, well, no run, but as close as you can get. 4 of the 3. Hole 8, 575 feet, and I cannot get over how gorgeous this course is. As you can see, we are gaining a ton of elevation. We are not gonna bite off much from this tee shot, but I'm gonna try this G-Star Destroyer. It has been on the channel a few times. When thrown good, it's my farthest flyer. So I'm gonna try to incorporate it into the bag. It usually gets benched, but maybe this time it will stick around. Or maybe it will get benched immediately. Now, we did manage to make it to the short tee pad. We still have 405 feet to go uphill the entire way. Walking away with a 4 would be ideal. I'm gonna go with my Wraith. Oh, that is some tough footing. On some clay, very slick uphill, but we got something. We bit off a chunk of it. We have left ourselves 106 feet, but this time it is slightly uphill, so there's no chance I'll get the putt there. So we are gonna go with our Pro Rhino. Oh. I don't know why, but that one just felt extra boring. You know what I mean? 4 of the 4. Hole 9, 744 feet. We are just going dead straight, slightly downhill the entire way. As you can see, we have that wall of trees that we have to contend with. And if you had a monster roller, this would be a dream come true. But we are gonna go with the Boss. Get around the trees, get around them, nice shot. Little too high in the air, but we did get a nice little S hook around the trees. Boss did great for us on the drive. We have 320 feet. The basket's kind of sitting up there on a pedestal. I am gonna go with my hex. And guys, I'm not one to get freaked out very easily, but if you remember the Kutsu Cove video, that's that same sketchy green van. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's following me, but it is quite bizarre because we're, you know, a few hundred miles away from that. Get stability. Oh, we got the distance, did not get the stability. That is gonna be a long, tricky putt. I would guess we're about 50 feet, huge drop off behind it for the 3. Oh, I wimped out. I wimped out. Hunter, you sissy. For today's hole 9 break, I want to tell you guys a couple more funny van life stories that have happened so far on my trip. Now, already on this trip, I have gone the longest that I've ever gone without showering. Yes, I'm usually very on top of that, but I had 2 very unfortunate situations happen where I got to 2 different cities that said they had a Planet Fitness, but when I got there, it didn't open for like 4 or 5 more days. I don't know how that's happened twice already, but it is very deceiving because it pops up on the Google Maps search. Last night I had one of those kind of scary van life moments while laying in the back of Greta in Griffin. I had my curtain open a little bit. You can't really see inside of it unless you're right up against the window, which, you know, doesn't really happen. But the bed is right next to the back window because you always have to be vigilant. You have to be aware of what's around you. And last night, while laying there, this guy, I would guess probably homeless, here's my window, here's me, here's my window, and he steps right in front of it. Out of nowhere, it was terrifying. I mean, we are a 1.5 feet apart with the window in between us, and he starts yelling something. I don't know what he's saying. And I quickly kind of navigate up to the front seat, and by the time I got situated, he had already started walking away. But that's one of those moments van lifing that you always think might happen. You don't think it actually will happen, and then it happens, and it is terrifying. You guys let me know how you would have reacted to that. I'm sure there'll be a plenty more crazy van life stories to come. And if you guys are enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button, check out the website. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Hole 10, 315 feet. We are going uphill the entire way. Now this distance is a tricky one for me. 315 feet is definitely the hex, but when you start adding elevation, that's when I get a little apprehensive. So I'm gonna go with my Firebird. Oh, not wide enough. Well, it would have been good if we released it more to the right, caught that tree. We should have a putt at it. I think we had the right disc choice, just poor execution, leaving us a tricky putt, probably around 50 feet, slightly uphill for the 2. Oh, dang it, dang it, dang it. Need some of these to start falling. Hole 11, and we have a blind one, 260 feet. The basket is dead straight, and other than right off the tee pad here, it doesn't seem like we have much ceiling to contend with. So I'm gonna go with my Envy. Yikes. Yikes, I thought going that high in the air we'd get some stability. We didn't. It held that slight turn the entire way. As expected, we did not land in a great lie here. We have a mean Annie shot, but on the plus side, we get to throw the P Waka Waka. I'd guess we're about 55 feet for the 2. Oh, so that is very, very difficult shot. For the par, hole 12, 411 feet, and we are kind of throwing blind here. It looks like we want some kind of big turnover S-flight shot here. Because we are throwing out of sight, we are gonna go with our Wraith. That is so silly how high in the air I threw that. Yeah, I can't imagine that's good. I threw that to the moon. Well, let's find it, hopefully pretty quickly. We came up a mile short, leaving us a long, big hyzer putt for the 2. Oh, dang, came up short on that one too. For the 3, Hole 13, and this is a tricky one. 330 feet. We are going downhill and the basket's tucked off to the right. Now this is difficult for me. It does suit up great for the forehand, but as you know, I don't have a lot of confidence in that. The Valkyrie seems like too much disc, but I don't know what I'd trust for this shot. I think the Paradox would be a good option if I knew it a little better, but for now, we're just gonna stick with what I know, what I feel comfortable with. Yep, I think that was a smart choice. When in doubt, go with comfortable. We did come up a little bit short on this one, probably around 36-ish feet for the 2. Yep, we needed it. For some reason, I had a lot of confidence in that putt. Didn't even need to take time. We just had to have it. Hole 14, nice and simple, 500 feet that way. We're gonna go with our champion boss. Throw it in the air, Hunter. Sheesh, man. I mean, it was a good rip, just low. I'm either high or I'm low. As expected, we are completely cut off from the basket here because we did not get any of that left finish. Now, I'm not entirely sure how far away we are, but it is a very fun shot. My only thought right now is, can I get the P Waka Waka there, or do I need to go with the Envy? I think I'm gonna go with the Envy. Cut rolled a mile. Now, to be fair, I don't think we landed too far from the basket, but we did cut roll all the way back to about 50 feet. And this is a scary putt. If we sail past the basket, we just have to hope that something will stop it. Oh, they're not happening today. The baskets are not having them. All right, we are going a little off trail here, but you can see on this log, it says, look. And we have this pathway that I'm gonna try to go down real quick, see if there's anything cool down here. Some spray paint up on the tree is not gonna read that, you know what I mean? We're gonna keep going, see if there's anything cool down here. We have a smiley face that says run. That's always, you know, enticing. What else do we have? Looks like turn back now. All right. All these signs, go back now. It's a little sus. It's a little sus. Do we keep going? This is gonna be a long cutaway, guys, but it is cool. We got the eyeball, kind of weird. Beautiful views down there. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. It might just end there. It depends how committed these people were to the whole leave now thing. Yeah, I think that's it. Bummer. Still, super weird. Long cutaway. I apologize. I don't. It's very cool. Hole 15, and something is telling me do not go deep on this basket. It looks like it's just a massive drop off. Maybe it's not. We will investigate when we get up there, but I'm gonna take it a little cautiously. It is a pretty steep hyzer shot. I'm gonna go with my Kia. Oh, wow. That was the smallest branch in the world and just 100% stopped that disc. Now, I don't think it's as scary as what we thought, but without question, in any direction, any amount of roll away can bring you to the water. So we definitely want to avoid that. We've left ourselves a long, crazy either S putt or giant hyzer putt. Now the hyzer putt I think is more likely to roll away. So we're gonna go with the much more difficult big S putt. We're probably like 80 feet away. Oh. All right, sounded like we stopped. That's all we needed. I think a lot of putters have rolled to their demise on this hole. Oh my goodness, what a water carry we have here. 335 feet, absolutely gorgeous. Now there are some trees, but I think they're far enough inland that if we hit them, we should probably not bounce in the water. And I'm stuck between a hex and a leopard right here, but I think I'm gonna go with my leopard. Yikes, we got 0 turn on that. 0 turn. Maybe I was being a little apprehensive, but I mean, we're safe, not super exciting. Now we did clear the water, but we didn't exactly set ourselves up for success here. We have a mile to go. This is probably around 75 feet for the 2. Oh, how does that not hit anything? Hole 17, 315 feet, dead straight and downhill. We are gonna go with our Kotuku. Fight back. Oh, bummer. I had a feeling that tree was gonna block the hyzer lane, but my depth, I didn't know if it was in front of it or behind it. It did end up quite a bit farther away than I expected, leaving us about 45 feet for the 2. That's bad. Not a good putt, just rushing it. Just too focused on trying to have nice, dialogue right into the putt. Not taking my time. And rounding off our extremely fun day here at DunDee Park, you have hole 18, 365 feet. Now, as you can see, we don't want to go deep. We don't want to catch a roll. There is a ton of water behind there, so I'm going to go with my Firebird. Skip. All right, I think we actually have a chance to end on a good note. Real quickly, guys, I just wanted to let you know we were not able to use the footage from the putt on hole 18. There was a family down there talking about something, personal, and the mic picked it up. So unfortunately, we got to cut that out, but I just put it down as an ace, so we're good. That wraps up today's video at DunDee Disc Golf Course in Griffin, Georgia. And guys, my biggest takeaway is I was very pleasantly surprised. And like I mentioned, those first 4 holes might be my favorite start to any disc golf course. It was an absolute blast and beautiful. And as you can see, the beauty just carries through the course. We had some wide open bomber drives. We had some nice technical wooded holes that kind of reminded me of being back in Michigan. And as you saw, we dealt with everything. We had elevation, not anything crazy elevation-wise, but enough that you had to consider it and you had to plan for it. We had hyzer shots and hyzer shots. I used pretty much every tool I had in my bag while taking on this course. It was much more well-rounded than I ever would have thought. This course is nice and secluded. You don't have to worry about road noise or anything like that. You are just tucked away in your own little world of disc golf. Baskets were plenty nice, the tee signs were good too, but there was a few problems navigating. I will say that. I had Udisc up most of the time. Some of the holes do have signs that point you in the right direction, and if they just applied that to all of them, the ease of play would be much better. Now, rolling into this course, Udisc had it at 4.6, and as you guys know, most of the time I give those ratings quite a bit of pushback, but I think in the case of this one, it is spot on. I had an absolute blast playing this course from hole 1 to hole 18. So with all of that being said, I'm going to give it the very solid score of 9.3 out of 10. I cannot think of what about this course you would be deterred from, other than, like I said, it does get a little confusing, but that is very easy to solve. I hope you guys enjoyed tagging along with me for the round, soaking in all of these amazing views. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.